Rolling money out of a 401k into an IRA is a big mistake in many instances. And the younger you are, the bigger mistake it's going to be. A few years ago, the Department of Labor issued rules for advisors for moving money out of a 401k into an IRA. These were known of as fiduciary rules. They were concerned that a lot of advisors were moving money out of 401k into high commission products, and that these advisors would be more concerned about making money for themselves than doing what was in the best interests of the client. Now, there's reasons the government thinks we shouldn't move money out of a 401k into an IRA, and there's practical reasons as well. So in this video, we're going to be getting into 8 reasons why we don't want to move money out of a 401k into an IRA. So let's get right into that. Before that, my name's Joe Franklin, and here at the Mustard Seed, we like to put faith with finance. And of course, we're going to be going over, in some cases, why moving money out of a 401k into an IRA may be the best idea. But in general, we're going to be covering why it's a big mistake to move out of a 401k into an IRA and what you want to watch out for. Kiplinger magazine had a good piece on why you don't want to move money out of a 401k into an IRA. And in the piece, they noted that there were some concerns that some securities brokers and insurance company representatives were encouraging investors to roll their 401k plans into high cost or inappropriate investments that generated big commissions. And one reason the U.S. Department of Labor proposed new requirements for financial professionals who advise investors with retirement accounts was this very reason: those big commissions that may not have been in the best interest of the client. These fiduciary rules were something where advisors were required to show why moving the funds out of the 401ks into the IRAs was appropriate for the investors or in the best interest of the investors if someone was working with a fiduciary, like someone who had a certified financial planner designation or worked within a registered investment advisory firm. The first reason that you don't want to move money out of a 401k into an IRA is because when you do this, a lot of times it messes up being able to get good treatment for Roth conversions. If you're moving after-tax assets or money that you put in and already pay taxes on out of your 401k into an IRA, you can move that into the IRA and you don't have to pay any tax on it unless you already have money in the IRA. Let's go over an example of this. A few years ago, we were working with a client. Let's say his name was Richard, and he worked for a company in town. He worked for DuPont, and at DuPont, they had the ability to put a good bit of money in on an after-tax basis. Most of this was back in the early 80s when you were doing this, and he had about $180,000 that was in there that when we moved it out, he wouldn't have to pay any taxes on. And so we advised Richard to go ahead and move the money out of the 401k into the IRA and immediately convert that over, and we didn't have to pay any taxes on that. But in advising Richard, we told him that we don't want to move any more money out of the 401k into the IRA because if we do it this year, that's going to cause most of this to be taxable. And he had another 800 or so thousand in the 401k that he could move out and have that rolled into an IRA, but we didn't want to do that because we didn't want him to have to pay a ton of tax. And Richard and I were meeting sometime after the first of the year, and Richard told me that he moved it out, and I was sharing with Richard, well, you know that now that you've done this, this makes that first $180,000 about 90% taxable. So you're going to have to pay taxes on about $160,000, $170,000 of this amount that we didn't have to pay taxes on before. So Richard didn't like that. And so what we tried to do is get DuPont to take the money back, but they wouldn't do that. And so we were lucky that Richard's wife had a small business. We were able to show Richard as an employee of that small business and have a 401k set up so that we could roll the money from the IRA into the 401k of this business, and that was able to reset the clock. So when you move funds that are after tax in with the pre-tax funds inside IRAs, it's kind of like putting the whites of your laundry in with the red clothes. When you put the whites in with the red clothes, guess what you get? You get pink clothes. But we were able to fix it. We were able to take the whites away from the reds and separated them back out. And we were able to do the rollover of the funds out of the 401k into an IRA, but we had to make sure these were done in a different year because doing it in the same year caused a lot of problems. And if you already have money in an IRA and you're trying to move money out of a 401k that's after-tax money and be able to convert that to Roth, it's really hard to do that and not have to pay taxes on it. So the second reason we want to keep money in a 401k rather than rolling it out into an IRA is because with a 401k, you can take money out of it prior to 59.5 without a penalty. The cases when you can do this is after you turn 55. So between 55 and 59.5, you can pull money out of a 401k without any penalties. The IRAs are still subject to these 10% penalties until you get to be 59.5. Now there is one exception to the rule here, and that exception to the rule is if we're taking substantially equal periodic payments. And basically what you do when you want to take money out of an IRA, you have to do it according to a schedule, and you have to take the exact same amount every year for at least 5 years or until you're 59.5, whichever is later. So if you're starting at 52, you're going to have to take out for 7.5 years and take the exact same amount out. If you're starting at 55 or 56, you're going to have to do that for 5 years, and it's going to be going until you're 60 or 61, and you have to take the exact same amount every year. You're locked in. Now, if you're doing this from a 401k after 55, you are not locked into any set amount. But if you want to do it earlier, it may be better to do the substantially equal periodic payments, or it may be that you just want to have more options within the IRA, and so you move it out and you're able to do it this other way. But in general, with a 401k, it may be beneficial for you to keep it in there so you're not subject to the 10% penalty. The other reason why we may want to keep money inside 401ks are because you may have loaned money to yourself out of the 401k. Now, we can borrow up to $50,000 out of a 401k, or half the value, whichever is more, and we pay that money back to ourselves over a period usually between 1 and 5 years. Sometimes people want to borrow the money from themselves rather than borrow from the bank or something like that, and you cannot borrow from an IRA. If you really need the money and you're taking it out of an IRA, you've got to return it within 60 days. Otherwise, you have to pay the taxes on that and the penalties if it's before 59.5. With a 401k, you can pay that back over that set time frame, and there's no penalties. You just have to pay yourself back with interest. Now, you may lose the appreciation that you may have had if it was still invested, but you are getting the interest back from yourself. So if you think you might need to borrow a little money going into retirement, and you don't want to borrow from the bank, you may be able to borrow from yourself from the 401k, but do you really want to borrow and owe money when you're heading into retirement? I know most people don't. Now, another reason you may not want to roll money from a 401k into an IRA is because these 401ks offer these stable value funds. Now, these stable value funds are really popular when interest rates aren't paying as much and when interest rates may be going up. When interest rates are going up, that's usually not good for the markets, and it's not good for bonds either. Typically, the stable value funds pay better than bonds and CDs and money market accounts and savings accounts. They're just like the guaranteed insurance contracts that you find in Canada. Now, they don't offer these in the US except in 401k accounts. And the last time these stable value funds were really popular was in 2022, when the markets did really bad and bonds did really bad. It was a terrible time for investing in bonds or stocks. In fact, the only place you made money was in places like the stable value funds, maybe floating rate funds, and some energy stocks. Now, since then, these stable value funds haven't been near as popular, and so outside of a 401k, you typically will find more options that you can invest in. And here recently, we want to look at things like gold and emerging markets. Those have been two of the best performing things that we can invest in, say in the last year or couple of years. And in a lot of 401k accounts, you can't own those. Most 401k accounts, you may have some bond accounts and some S&P 500 or US stock accounts, and maybe some stuff invested in Europe or overseas, but not in emerging markets. But if we look at this chart here, we can see that last year gold did the best, and emerging markets did the second best, and bonds only made about 6%. U.S. stocks made about 18%. But if you just kept your money in the 401k, you missed out on investing in things that made over 70% for gold and close to 40% for emerging markets. So if you wanted to do better, you had to be outside of the 401ks because a lot of these 401ks don't offer that. Now, some 401ks offer something called brokerage link accounts, and in those accounts you can have a lot more options, things that may do a little bit better than what you can typically find in the 401k accounts. The other reason you may want to have money stay in a 401k rather than move it out into an IRA is because fees may be a little bit lower inside the 401k. This is becoming less and less the case. With a lot of 401ks that are at Fidelity or Vanguard, the mutual funds have really low fees. So if you're comparing the mutual funds outside of the 401k, you're likely going to have less expenses. But these days, people want to have exchange traded funds in their accounts because they have lower fees than within mutual funds, and they're more tax efficient than mutual funds. So exchange traded funds, all things being equal, are much better than mutual funds. And you typically can't have the exchange traded funds in the 401ks. In a lot of cases within the 401k, you may be getting advice on what to do within the 401k. One thing to keep in mind is that these advisors are typically pretty young, they don't have a lot of experience, and they're typically advising thousands of people at one time. Some of them may be credentialed, and that's good, but in a lot of cases we want to look at working with somebody who specializes in retirement and has expertise in working with people who are retiring, may have a lot of experience working with people who have retired over time, that can help you through making the correct decisions, looking at the stress test to make sure you can get through all the things that may happen during your retirement phase, and make sure you're taking enough risk, number one, but also make sure that you're doing enough to enjoy retirement and pass things on to your family in the best way possible after you're gone. We sometimes advise people on their retirement assets, but we only do that for clients that already work with us. A lot of advisors may do this, and there's some software out there that allows you to do the trades directly within the retirement accounts. In our practice, our advisors only work with people on the retirement accounts if we're working with them on other assets. So the other reason we don't want to move money out of a 401k is because if you still work there and you're over 73, then you don't have to take required minimum distributions. Once you retire, you will have to take required minimum distributions, or RMDs, out of that 401k, and you have to take required minimum distributions out of every 401k account individually. So you have to, all these statements that you have to get, all these reporting that you have to get, and then take out, make sure you take out of each one individually. Now, if you roll it out into an IRA or a couple IRAs, then when you take RMDs, you only have to take RMDs out of one. And in some cases, people set up a private pension, or that's usually done through an annuity, and they may take out a good bit out of that one account and let the other account grow. So the RMD may be satisfied by one account while the other account is growing. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you have IRAs with your required minimum distributions, you're able to give a good chunk of that to charity and not have to pay any taxes on it. These are called qualified charitable distributions, or QCDs. And you can't do this with 401ks. So if you're already giving to charity, you're already giving to your church, you may want to give that directly out of your IRA. Again, we can't do that out of the 401k. If we give it directly out of the IRA, that's more money that we don't have to pay any taxes on. So the seventh reason we may not want to take money out of the 401k is because these 401ks provide more creditor protection. Now, typically we need this creditor protection while we're still working. So let's say that you're a medical professional and you're worried about malpractice lawsuits, then you may want to keep your money in a 401k, at least until you're no longer practicing medicine. And these 401ks are typically more protected in certain states. There's some good states for asset protection, like South Dakota, Delaware, Nevada, and Tennessee, and some others. There's more and more states that offer more protections for investors over time. In these states, you're pretty safe, but there's other states that are very, very friendly to attorneys, like California. If you're retiring and you're concerned about being sued and somebody coming after your 401k or your IRA, you may want to move to a more investor-friendly state or a more asset protection-friendly state rather than an attorney-friendly state. So the last reason a lot of people may not want to roll the money over from a 401k into an IRA is because they just don't want to. They're comfortable with what they've got, but one thing we want to keep in mind, it's a lot easier when you pass away for your spouse and your kids to get access to the funds if it's in an IRA rather than a 401k, and it's a lot easier to do things to benefit yourself from a tax standpoint and your spouse and your kids down the road if it's in an IRA. So in general, the younger you are, the more beneficial it is for you to keep money in a 401k. The older you get, the more beneficial it is for you to move money from a 401k to an IRA. So since you love this video, just like you've loved a lot of other videos, please feel free to put those thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I think you might like this video right here because the algorithm says so. And that's all for today.